I'm about to show you probably the most powerful gaming crypto video you're about to see in this crypto space. I'm covering everything in crypto gaming. This is your ultimate millionaire maker crypto gaming guide. Is it sounding interesting? Drop that like, give me a subscribe. I'm talking about everything gaming. I want to show you all the different sectors in gaming, and hopefully, hold on, that didn't sound right. In gaming, I want to show you everything in gaming. Hopefully, this is going to help guide you on your journey. You may see 100x, 1000x coins in this video. It's not a joke. Get yourself a drink, coffee, everything else. Sit down with me, talk. Me, you, let's talk. Crypto. I'm just talking too much. Guys, like seriously, when it comes to gaming, there is a huge amount of different types of gaming projects in the crypto gaming space. And this just speaks of it itself. So let's start off with the total gaming market cap. There is roughly $12 billion in crypto gaming. I believe in the future, this will go up to 1 trillion or more in market capitalization. My words ain't coming out, but I don't care. I'm just keeping it in. It's not coming out. And different sectors break down the size of this market cap. And I'm going to take you through this because once you understand what you're looking for, you can make serious money in this space. And I'm talking, you can become a millionaire if you know what you're looking for. Let's start right here. Gaming hubs. What are gaming hubs in this crypto gaming space? These are projects that essentially have a background of great developers, all in the team, and they are bringing you a bunch of different games inside an ecosystem. Gala is your fine example of a gaming hub, right? Or gaming ecosystem, just checking to make sure I'm recording still, and a gaming platform. And there are many other projects just like Gala. I'm not going to go through all the websites of all of these. I might touch on a few here and there, but there's just so much jam-packed in this video that I want to try and get through it as quick as I can. You can come on CoinGecko and do your research yourself if you're new to crypto. So you've got gaming hubs or ecosystems like Gala Games, Phantasma, right? Which again offers you a bunch of different games on the ecosystem. Things like Fabwelt, which essentially could be a 100x gem. Building loads of different games. Let me just quickly tap on one. Building loads of different games where you can come over, play, have fun, and be a part of the ecosystem and see what other games are to come, right? Things like Magic. Again, a bunch of different games under one ecosystem that can blow. You got things like Myria, which I've spoken about over the last month, which is performing extremely well. Things like Games for a Living. These are the types of gaming hubs that you may want to consider getting into, Nakamoto Games, because they will continue to make a load of different games. And if you don't like one, you might like the other, right? And this is why this sector of the gaming space is blowing up. Now, I highly recommend you check out some of these that I've shown you. Look, all different market caps. Fabwelt is a 2.8 million. If it 100x's, goes to 284 million, because times 10 is 28 million, times 100, 284 million. And that turns someone's $1,000 into $100,000. Or if you have, if you're a big time investor and you've got 10,000 on the side, it turns your 10,000 into a million, should this go to a 284 million market cap. But let's not, I'm not going to just do that with everything. Let's just continue. Let's continue. I can't help it. Then we have, so I've gone through like the gaming hubs. Then we have this right here. Mobile gaming, but more specifically, what I've been recently focusing on with mobile gaming is casual games or hyper casual games. These are your simple blockchain mobile games, or essentially they're also like the gaming hubs. They're also like your galas and everything else, but they're designed for people that have a phone and you just want to have fun playing these casual mobile games. And this sector right here is what I believe is going to absolutely dominate the crypto space. And it's not even a joke. Like, I seriously believe. So I've been investing heavily into projects that give you casual mobile games that your mum, your sister, your best friend, your auntie, your uncle, all of these people can play on their phone, on the go. This is the sector that's going to blow up massive. I'm telling you now, mark my words. So you got projects like PlayZap that offers mobile games, casual games that you can take with you on the go, have fun, play it, and everything else. Just like Plays app, you have Wham. And you also have another one called Octo Gaming, right? I recently showed you this one. I think it done a 10, 20, 30x. I don't know, it went insane. So, these are the things that I'm heavily paying attention to. If you know another mobile gaming platform, that's casual games, hyper casual, just like what I'm showing you here, drop it in the comments to me. I'm going to check it out because I want to be a part of these casual mobile games that you can take on the phone, take with you on your phone on the go and just, play it anywhere and earn. So understand the difference between these two sectors, right? Casual mobile gamers on the phone, mobile gaming essentially, and then you've got your gaming hubs. What's next? What's after casual mobile gaming? Well, we have this right here. Boom. Metaverse gaming. Now, I want to really break this down because there's different types of metaverse gaming. See, when you look at this photo, you see him with a VR headset on. There's two different things, right? You got the VR gaming, then you got the metaverse gaming. So we'll break down both. Metaverse gaming is going to be something like your sandbox, where you can play a metaverse type game, and inside it offers you additional gaming experiences. So what's happening is people are coming over to the sandbox, and they're making additional experiences and games inside the sandbox. And this is why this has huge potential for metaverse gaming. You have other ones like Realm that does a similar thing where you can go over, create different types of gaming experiences inside the metaverse. That's another one. And then you have this one here, Sidus, which again is like, it's like you got a metaverse type of gaming thing where you can create loads of different gaming experiences. Let me just come back on this. I'll open up the roadmap where you can just create loads of different gaming experiences inside the metaverse. So these are ones that have been getting some form of little bit of hype. I've seen Realm pump over like 200-300% over the last few days or weeks. I've seen Sidus, I think it's Sidus, perform quite well as well. And again, you're seeing loads of different games being built inside this metaverse or experiences inside the metaverse. So these could be ones to watch. I think Sandbox is going to lead the way with this. And then obviously the others may follow. You're probably thinking, well, why didn't you put Decentraland? Because Decentraland is more of a metaverse play, whereas you can create your avatar, you can roam around, talk to people, I can just go and explore this place and laugh and chat, hang out. Whereas this, you're actually getting quests, tasks, and I haven't seen that in Decentraland yet. If you have, let me know. So what comes after this, like the metaverse gaming? Like I said to you, it will then move on to VR games. We have VR games in this crypto space that have been essentially performing well. Well, one has. I think the other ones are yet to come. Victoria VR. And this is still incredibly cheap. 45 million market cap, 008, less than a penny. I was going to say fragments. Well, it's a fragment of a penny, yeah. And things like this could really perform well once the VR space takes off. Already we've covered like 3 or 4 different sectors of the gaming space. Which ones are you finding interesting right now? See, right now for me, the mobile gaming is hot, but at some point this is going to come along because as time goes on, VR starts to get more powerful, more cleaner, more efficient, easy to use, light on the head, so it's not heavy. And once that time comes, when you start seeing Samsung and Apple create VR experiences where you just put glasses on, simple lightweighted glasses, and you can see everything, that's when something like this may blow up really massively, right? So you got your VR gaming right here, which essentially once you put the VR on, you've got loads of different things that you can experience inside this. It is a metaverse, but I can see a lot of gameplay action in here. I've seen the videos, you check it out, I've seen gameplay action. And then you have something like VRK or network, some people call it network. It's like playoff on network, isn't it? Network. I always call it net VRK. Anyway, so over here again, talks about games, things that you can do inside a metaverse using VR, right? Gaming in VR. And that's what this is. So what happens if I click games? What does that show? Oh, it just says here, play, earn, and connect. So miner runner and server room. Yeah, I'm not going to break down too much what it is, but I'm just trying to help you understand the different sectors in this gaming space. Right now, this is a 17 million market cap. Should this 100x, it goes to a 1.7 billion? Let's have a look. Times 10, 171 million times 100, 1.7 billion market cap. That turns your $100 into $10,000. Is that right? Yeah. Or your $1,000 into $100,000. understand the differences of these coins, because sometimes people buy things thinking, I'm going to buy Gala and I'm going to leave plays that because I've got Gala. And then you miss out on opportunities because they are entirely different in their own. You need to have a piece of everything. I think everybody should have a piece of something like your gaming hubs over here. You should have a piece of the mobile gaming action. You should certainly have a piece of the Metaverse action, the Metaverse gaming, whether it's the sandbox, whatever it is, you should have a piece of everything. Matter of fact, and this is not financial advice, if you invested in one piece of each, like if you had one gaming hub, you had one mobile gaming project in your hand, or in your portfolio, and then you had a Metaverse type gaming, a VR type gaming. If you had one of each, you're setting yourself up for greatness to make millions in the future, because you're covering all parts of the gaming sector within this narrative. And that's what it's about. It's about trying to get on top of the herd. And this is what I've been doing. This is what I've been sharing to Patreons. I highly recommend you become a patron if you're new. 300 people have come over. Welcome in. Big up to you. I'm blown away by how many people have come in. But it's because you're now starting to see that everything I've been saying over the last year is coming to light, because it just needed time. You just needed the bull run to start to see these coins pump and explode. Now coins are just going crazy that I've been sharing. I recommend this one, the exclusive VIP partner tier. It unlocks all the posts. You will not miss nothing. You get in mega early on projects. Well, most of these tiers, even early access, you can see. But most of the time, people want VIP. You want to see the VIP post when I'm buying stuff. You get to get in early on the buys. That's these two tiers here. But this one unlocks all the posts, right? And you can come in the collections over here, just real quick. Come in the collections and you can see things like early access videos, VIP lounge, stealth buys. The last stealth buy I did a 10x in the space of a few weeks or whatever it was. Actually, no, that's a lie. Maybe a couple of months. But, I've been showing you coins like the Octo Gaming that flipping, 10x with it. Or what's the other one? Wham! 10x within flipping a few days, few weeks. So, come over, check it out. Where were we? So we spoke about VR gaming. This Victoria VR, Net VRK, what VR network, VRK. What comes next? It's this right here, single games. Now this can also equally do extremely well. Even though it's not catching the market's attention right now, these single games in the crypto space can do extremely well. And what do I mean? Things like Star Atlas. This is a single standalone game, right? But it has huge potential to blow as a standalone single game. And you can look into it yourself. And again, it's still tiny in market cap, 44 million. I think the last time I made a big video on this, it's probably sitting about 20 million, 15 million, something like that. It's gone up a bit since then. Things like My Neighbor Alice. These are standalone single games that have huge potential. And at some point you will see it. You don't have to like playing these games. I don't like playing a lot of them. But I know that there's going to be gamers that are going to come along and want to play these games. And that's when you're going to see the prices move, because the more they start getting engaged with these single games, you're going to see price action go up because they're constantly using the token as a utility inside the game, and boom, that's when things start to blow. On top of YouTubers talking about it as well. You got things like Wild World, things like Galactic Quadrant, which used to be called Outer Ring. This is your first-person shooter. Well, it goes a bit of both, first person, third person. And if you like shooters, you got this. You got things like Shrapnel. These are single, standalone games that have the potential to perform extremely well. Right now, Outer Ring, well, they call it GQ now, is sitting on $13 million, which, if it 100x's, well, 10x goes to 133, 100x goes to 1.3 billion. And these are the things that I'm paying attention to. I'm having a mixture bag, because I'm looking for those 100x plays that cover me in all angles of the gaming space. So this is going to cover me if single games start to blow up, even first-person shooters or third-person shooters, shooting games start to blow up, this is going to cover it. Yeah? If mobile gaming blows up, my Plays app or my Wham is going to cover it. If the gaming hub ecosystems blow up, my Gala Games or my Fabwell is going to cover it. And it's going to blow up, make me crazy gains. If VR blows up, Victoria VR is going to blow up and, make me crazy gains. And this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make sure I'm fully diversified and spread across this gaming space. Let's talk about the next step. It's basically Web3 gaming tools. A list of Web3 gaming tools. Well, what are they? These are going to be projects that are going to help elevate games in the future, help lift them and innovate them to the next level. Now, Immutable X is sort of like one of your Web3 gaming tools. It's a layer 2 solution for Ethereum, making it very cheap and basically feeless, isn't it? Where you can bring your game, if you're a developer already and you've got a game, you can bring it to the Ethereum chain and not have to worry about them disgusting fees. 60 quid, 30, 40, 50, or dollars, because I'm British, quid, buck, 30 bucks. Every time you're spending on Ethereum, it's costing you buck. Whereas over here, Immutable makes it cheap, feeless, I'm sure, because it uses ZK technology. And this is why you're seeing this blow up, because people want to build on Ethereum, but they don't want to face the disgusting fees. And then you're seeing people bring their games over to Immutable. As far as I'm aware, Immutable X doesn't have any game developers. But what they do have is game developers coming over to use Immutable as a layer 2 solution for Ethereum, right? So that's why this is slightly different to your, your Myria. Where's Myria? Because Myria actually has game developers that are building games inside Myria on top of allowing, other people to come in, bring their games and develop on top of the Myria, because they're similar, right? They're very similar. But this is why I like Myria more, because it gives you that whole layer 2, the ZK technology, and on top of that, allowing people to bring games in on top of them building games themselves, on top of the passive income. So yeah, so when it comes to Web3 gaming tools, things like Immutable X, Altora, which is going to help people elevate the next level of gaming with smart NFTs, where you can make an NFT and then it grows over time or changes over time. We couldn't do that before with NFTs, because once you minted an NFT, whatever you minted, the details, that was it. You can't change it. Whereas this gives you like an interchangeable NFT, so things can evolve. If we see the next Pokemon come, maybe Nintendo will say, let's use Altora, because when we want our Pokemon to evolve, we don't want to have to keep creating new NFTs. We just want the one NFT that can evolve into the next Pokemon, and it's the same NFT, but now it's evolved. And that's why Altora works, right? So, and again, 42 million market cap times 10, 420 times 100, 4.2 billion. And this is why gaming tools could be a thing to seriously pay attention to in the gaming space. Altora could run, Immutable X could run, because it's one thing having a great gaming project. It's great having a great standalone game. It's great having mobile games, but you're going to need something else in the future to help you elevate that to the next level. And that's where these come into play. Things like Engine Coin. The reason I brought this up is because it's NFTs as well, right? Similar to Altora. This doesn't do smart NFTs, but it's still a powerful project when it comes to the gaming space, and it should not be unheard or missed, right? Web3 products for gaming and everything else, this should not be missed, because this is probably going to keep elevating and innovating across multiple chains and everything else. So I like Engine, come check it out in your own time. Again, I'm not going to dive through everything. What comes next then? So we've spoken about Web3 gaming tools. We've spoken about single-sided games like your Star Atlas and your My Neighbor Alice. We spoke about VR games. We've covered Metaverse gaming. So Metaverse games that get more experience games, like different experiences inside the game. We've covered casual mobile gaming, like your Plays apps and everything else. We've covered ecosystems, gaming hubs like your Gala, like your Games for a Living, Myria. What comes next after this then? I think it's this. Blockchain gaming. So gaming blockchains. And there are a ton of gaming blockchains out there that are specifically focusing on building an entire blockchain just for gaming. Now, I'm going to obviously repeat some coins that I've already spoken about because they've innovated in themselves, and I'll talk about it. So Wax would be my first go-to. Wax is a gaming blockchain. specifically designed for gaming. The most proven Web3 ecosystem for gaming and NFTs. If you want to be a part of possibly the next potential gaming projects to come, maybe it could come from Wax. And notice here, look, Power Rangers. Wax has got massive partnerships with big brands. Like, seriously. And this is why I'm bringing this to your attention, because if Wax performs well, anything else that gets built on top of the Wax blockchain, it says here blocks. I don't know if that's the blockchain. It could perform extremely well with it, because it's specifically designed for gaming, this entire blockchain. And on top of that, it's got the partnerships as well, which is incredibly can't get it out. Look, incredibly mind blowing to see that they got insane partnerships. I know they have, because I was looking through it before. I can't remember where it was on. It's here somewhere. So Web3 gaming blockchains. Let's have a look at what else there is. Make sure I'm still recording. Sometimes my thing plays up. Yeah. So Wax would be one of them. Phantasma Soul is another gaming blockchain. I showed you before. And this is where some certain coins may hold stronger than others, because it's covering more than one thing, right? So you've got the gaming that, like, can you imagine, like, if you had a mobile gaming platform that was essentially its own blockchain as well. So for example, PlayZap, it's not its own blockchain. It's using the Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum and everything else. Can you imagine if PlayZap had its own blockchain? And then people could come and build more games on top of PlayZap. And this is what I'm trying to get at. And this is why these work, right? So you got Wax, Phantasma Soul, where you can build more stuff on there. Not to mention, Phantasma does smart NFTs, just like your, what do I call it? I can't even find it here. Just like your Altora. So when I mention Nintendo wanting to get into gaming, this is not confirmed, but if it did, they might come to Phantasma and say, you know what, Phantasma, you offer smart NFTs. We need this for our Pokemon. So, or just whatever game they have. Because we want to make sure that when we use an NFT, we don't have to keep creating, keep minting. We want smart NFTs. So when we make the one NFT, we put all the data inside it. And then as time goes on, as people play, they can see their Squirtle evolve into a War Turtle? It's been years, but I know. And then the War Turtle evolved into a Blastoise. You best believe I remember. Flipping, I used to love my Pokemon. And this is where smart NFTs become powerful, right? Timed NFTs, look at that. It says here, during the gaming convention packs, NFT just opens trying to be fair. So they're talking about gaming licenses. With timed NFTs, it gives you the opportunity, smart NFTs, right? Because you can do anything with it. They're saying here, timed NFTs give you the opportunity to basically rent movies or rent a game, or if you have like a game pass and or if you're offering a gaming subscription. If PlayStation and Xbox decide that they want to give you the game pass in an NFT format, they will need it to be timed, meaning every month they take a payment off you, because if you don't pay it, or every year subscription fee, if you don't pay your Game Pass, it turns off. And that's what smart NFTs does. And there's not many doing it. The only people that are doing it is Phantasma Soul and Altora. So this is why it works, and this is why I'm bringing it to your attention. So the fact this has a blockchain, has its own blockchain as well, it's powerful. It's actually gone up. What was it? Because it was down about 5 cents. I'm sure this fell disgustingly. I'm sure it did. Patrons, you saw buy alerts, right? We're just sitting large now. Well, I've just been buying this anyway. Anyway, come to Patreon. Link in the info section. Click it, come over, check it out. We're talking about gaming blockchains, things like Gala. Gala now has its own chain, the Gala chain. I think it's called Jiri or Giri. I want to say Jiri. I'm just going to say Jiri. And this is going to elevate the game, these types of coins to the next level, because in the future, should games want to come along and start using Gala's infrastructure or technology, they can do that. And then they're connected to Gala. It's the gaming blockchains could be a powerful thing to consider. We could see a huge narrative in itself in the future just on gaming chains. Get my words out. Like, Gala could spark a whole narrative of just gaming blockchains. And then there's a race for people wanting to grab the next hottest gaming blockchain, so loads of games can be built on top of it. You then get mobile games being built on top of the gaming chain, because with the Gala chain, we could get a PlayZap, we could get a Wham, we could get an Octo, all on the Gala chain, come through from another entirely new different developer, just come over and say, yeah, we'll just build it on the Gala chain, Jiri, whatever it's called. So, and then we've got things like Oasis, which is another gaming chain. which gives you opportunities to build loads of different gaming experiences on a gaming chain. They give you like these little side hub layers, right? Little, I think they call it the verse layers, or whatever they are, where you can just build an entirely different gaming chain of games and everything else on it. So what these, we've covered gaming blockchains, which could absolutely blow up in the future. Like seriously, pay attention to gaming blockchains because it hasn't had its hype yet, but in the future it will. Right now we've seen hype for gaming hubs, which is your gaming ecosystems like Gala, like your Fabwelts, like your Myrias. We've seen hype for, and the hype is still there for hyper casual gamings with mobile games. We've seen the hype there. You're going to eventually see hype for Metaverse gaming and VR. And then soon will come the single games like Star Atlas, My Neighbor Alice. They will start blowing up as well when the gaming space gets hot. People will start thinking smartly about what can we use to get on the back end of gaming. And that's when they start looking at Altoras and everything else. But then blockchain gaming will become a thing. And this is where people are going to race to buy the blockchain games. I ain't finished. What else is there? We've covered a huge amount in this space. And I think we need to, because you need to understand the different sectors, how you can make millions in this space when some people aren't even paying attention to it. See, people look at YouTubers, they go, oh, this coin is blowing up. You got to get some. And they go, oh, cool, plays up. And then they start doing this. Look, they come like this. They look on the bloody CoinGecko and go, oh, let's have a look at other gaming things. They don't know what they're looking at. You see loads of different gaming stuff, but you don't understand the fundamentals behind them. Everything has a fundamental behind it, or a fundamental problem that it's trying to solve. And in Altora's case, again, it was the smart NFTs and allowing people to come aboard, take NFTs to the next level. So we do have another thing, which would be this right here, Launchpads. Some people want to get in mega early to new games that are coming out. And if you was on certain Launchpads, you was able to be a part of some games very early on stage, like games for a living. We're up on this incredibly, patrons, because we were buying this at a penny, I'm sure, or just under a penny. I can't remember. But again, if you don't want to miss these buys, become a Patreon. Yeah, links in the info section. Click it, come over. Is this helpful to you so far? If it is, great. Because again, you can make millions in this space, but you just need to understand what it is you're looking at and what it is you're going for and what's hot right now. Because the gaming space has been moving. Some people may look at it and go, oh, it hasn't been moving. I've been sitting on my sandbox. It hasn't really been moving. It's only been up like 34% in 30 days. And then you come over to flip in, I don't know, Wham, and then you look at Wham, and that's had like crazy pumps. It says 155% in 30 days. It was more than that. Let's take this over 180 days. Look at this. I shared Wham back here. Boom, 0008, shot up to almost a penny. Flip it. That's mad. So we've seen large moves. Octo Gaming, large moves. So you have to catch these narratives. Look at this. In 30 days, 23. I was going to say 23 flipping thousand. It's 2,300%, which is a 23x in 30 days. That's mad. Crazy, ludicrous. Bomb ain't done that in a while. It's had an insane pump. But this is because the hottest narrative right now is this. Casual games. People want it. I want it. And I'm telling you, if I want it, then I know it's hot. I know it's hot right now if I want it. And that's why I'm paying attention to casual games. What's the last one I said to you? Launchpads. If I see a Launchpad launching a mobile games platform, just like your Plays apps, just like your Wham, I'm going to go absolutely crazy. But not just that, you're going to see these Launchpads explode in price. And this is where I lead your attention to things like Game Zone. Because Bluezilla woke up. The beast woke up. And you know it as well, because if you come onto flipping Twitter, my mumbler. I want to show you Twitter because Twitter flipping Bluezilla be waking up. And I search Bluezilla, come in here, Bluezilla. Bluezilla woke up. And then you saw a little pump in some of their Launchpads. New blockbuster IDO coming. See, at first I was thinking, are they going to launch? Because I'm trying to think, what are they going to? Because obviously they're going to bring another Launchpad. They keep launching launch pads within launch pads and they keep blowing up 50, 60, 100x. I was thinking, are they going to bring a launch pad called Gamepad? It's very likely in the future they might want to have their own called Gamepad. Now, I just mentioned Game Zone, but Game Zone originally wasn't Bluezilla's pad. It was a side pad that Bluezilla did a partnership with them in the end. And then they decided to partner up with, Bluezilla, and then that's how they become under the Bluezilla ecosystem. But there's still room. There's still room for them to launch another, launch pad, called it Gamepad. I don't know. We'll see. But there's something coming big, right? Something big's coming with Bluezilla, which is going to wake up these coins, and they're going to spark if they haven't already. Look at this. Up 104% in 30 days. Pay attention to the launch pads, because people will want in on these coins, and then you will see these coins fly. Like, seriously, 14 million market cap. This can easily 10x. 140 million market cap, 34 cents. It can do that. And if you're catching these coins now, whilst no one is talking about them apart from me, you can make absolute insane gains. Because you're buying the token that everybody's going to want to participate in the next IDO launch, which could be your next mobile gaming platform. If Bluezilla launches a mobile games platform, so even if it's not mobile gaming, even if it's something like your Gala, a gaming hub, oh, that's the wrong thing, is Metaverse. Even if it's something like your Gala, your gaming hub, your Phantasma, if they launch something like this, these are going to absolutely explode in price. Like, I can't stress it, because everybody's going to want to get in on it. Now, it's up to you how you want to play these tokens. Experienced influencers that have been in this space, that know about Launchpads, know how to play these tokens like a boss. I know how to play this token like a boss. And I'm sure other YouTubers that are experienced like me know how to play these types of Launchpad tokens like a boss. If you don't know how to play these tokens like a boss, and if you're thinking, what does he mean? Well, make sure you follow a YouTuber that knows how to play it like a boss. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Because you don't want to get wrecked with Launchpad coins. What am I laughing for? Anyway, so yeah, no, seriously, learn how to play these like a boss. I literally I've been speaking to VIP patrons already. 1 second, my door. Someone at my flipping door. Anyway, I've been speaking to Patreons about how to play these coins like a boss. Patrons, if you're in the VIP Telegram group, you saw it, right? I told you how I'm going to play these launch pads like a boss. And you need to do so too. You need to be prepared, because these are going to have a massive pump, especially when new games come out. So you got projects like MetaVPad under the Bluezilla ecosystem, which anything gaming could come from here. Anything gaming can come from here, because that's what MetaVPad, covers. Seedify. The only problem that you will face with all of these launch pads, doesn't matter if it's a Bluezilla one or not, is that when it comes to getting involved, you get a tiny amount of, what's the word? What do they call it? You get a tiny amount of how much you can invest into the project. I can't remember what they call it. You get a portion of how much you can invest. You know what I mean? I can't remember the word. It's going to come back to me later. And sometimes that can be a pain, because, you've got to spend thousands and thousands to get yourself in a tier. Allocation, there you go. To get a small allocation. Shout out to you if you were saying it to me. I could hear you saying it to me and it come to my head. So yeah, that's the only thing you'll have to think about. Like, what kind of tiers will you want to get in to have certain allocation? Guys, I've covered a lot now in this crypto space when it came to gaming. Was this helpful? Drop that like, give me a subscribe. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you're going to make insane gains after this video. This was the ultimate gaming guide, and just come back to this video. As throughout this whole year or two, come back, and then you're going to see what I mean by how different narratives in this gaming space blow up. Yeah. So you've got the ultimate guide here that can guide you on your journey. You know what types of gaming projects you're looking for now, which ones you should be going for. You know how to catch the trends and what's going to be hot. If for some reason you wake up and bang, while the world is blowing, why? You can then come back to this video and go, well, what kind of is that? Ask a single game. What other single games are going to blow? Star Atlas, boom. If you wake up one day and you see, bam, gaming blockchains are blowing up, Wax is blowing up, then you can also look at things like, Phantasma, things like Gala, because it's likely that's the trend now. If you wake up and you still see, bam, plays that blowing, wham blowing, then casual gaming is hot. I'm going to leave it here. Thank you for watching. and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Cheers.
Never be defeated.